Hi guys, let's go ahead and get started for today. So we're going to be working on inequality word problems. So let's start. You are renting a moving truck for the day. There's a daily total of $20 and a charge of 75 cents per mile. Your budget allows for a maximum total cost of $65. Write and solve an inequality that represents the number of miles you can drive the truck. So notice as I was reading, I underlined things that I thought, that might be important. So really when you're looking at word problems, you might want to underline or highlight, if you can, things that you say, I think that could be important in my problem. Now, if we think back to the other week when we talked about if you see something per, that's a big, huge clue that that's our unit rate. Our unit rate in our problems always go with our variables. So we know that we got 75 cents per mile, and I just use X. You can use them if you like. Doesn't really matter the letter. Now notice we also have a daily fee and we're renting it for a day. So that extra fee is an added cost of $20. Now our budget allows for a maximum total of $65. So here's the deal. 65 has to be either greater than or equal to all of this product right here. So let's go ahead and solve this so we can figure out how many miles we're allowed to drive for the day. So step one, we want this variable by itself. In order to get the variable by itself, we do the opposite of this plus 20, which is to subtract 20 from both sides. When we do that, we get 45. Here is our inequality sign. These zero out because they are additive inverses. And then we bring down the 0.75 times x. Now, still we want to get x by itself. So the opposite of multiplying times 0.75 is to divide by 0.75. Now go ahead, you can pause the video right here. We're going to divide 45 divided by 0.75 in a calculator. It is okay today to have calculators out. So I'm running out of space, guys, so I'm going to put it over here. X. Here's my symbol, and 45 divided by 0.75 is 60. So we know we can travel at least 60 miles, but no more than. So I'm going to come here, notice this equal sign, put myself a dot, and I'm going to label this 60. Now for today's assignment, you only have to label 1 point before, 1 point after. So I'm going to do 59 comes before 60, and then 61. Now, what values for x are going to be less than 60? That's right, 59 and all these numbers that come afterwards. And that's all you do for today. So let's look at the next one. You are renting a Mustang convertible for the day. There is a daily fee of $40 and a charge of 20 cents per mile. Your budget allows a maximum total cost of $70. Write and solve the inequality that represents the number of miles you can drive the truck. So you want to start off here, guys, with your unit rate. That would be 20 cents per mile. And remember, unit rates have the variable with them. Then we have this additional charge. That means I'm adding that $40 fee right there. Now notice that the cost has to be the bigger number. That's why our sign points towards that way, or alligator, if you're thinking back to elementary school, or it can be equal to it. So let's go ahead and solve, guys. And remember, at any point during this video, you can pause, solve, and see if you get the right answer. So what we want to do, we're trying to get this variable by itself. Right now, there's the constant of plus 40 with it. So we want to do the opposite, which is to subtract 40. In order to get this variable by itself. These will cancel because they're additive inverses, and we're going to bring down the 0.20 times x. Bring down this symbol, and 70 minus 40 is 30. Our next step that we want to do is we then want to divide by the 20 cents because we want to get that variable x by itself. When we do that, x will be less than or equal to, and let's see what 30 divided by 20 cents is in the calculator. So $30 divided by 20 cents. That gives me 150. So it looks like we get to go at least 150 miles. So notice right here, this little line right here means we're going to do a dot for our graph. I'm going to put here 150. I'm going to skip one space, and how about I say 149? I'm going to skip a space, and how about I say 151? Alright, so notice x is less than 150. So if I'm going to shade towards where the variables are less than, it's going to be that direction right there. Some of my favorite problems right here. We're going to talk about test scores now. You get scores of 85 and 91 on 2 history tests. Write and solve an inequality to find the scores you can get on your next history test to have an average of at least 90. So remember back to averages. To find an average, you are going to add up the data and then divide by however many, in this case, tests there are. So notice we have 85 on a test, a 91 on a test, and we don't know the value of one of the tests. So we're going to put an X for that. Now since there are 3 data points, we're going to divide by 3. Now notice we want the average, it can equal 90, so we know that we want to have that symbol right there. We also know that this can be greater than 90. That's good because that'll still get us an A and our parents will still be happy with us. Now what I like to do first in these problems, I like to go ahead and combine the like terms just to make this easier to do. So let's see, 85 plus 91. That is going to get me, and if I type it in my calculator right, 176. So I'm going to have 176 plus x, all divided by 3, is going to be greater than or equal to 90. Now to solve these type problems, if we don't like dealing with fractions, here's the deal. This is like saying divided by 3. So let's do its opposite, multiply by 3, so that we don't have to deal with that anymore. So when I do that, this is going to cancel out my fraction, leaving me with 176 plus x is greater than or equal to, and 90 times 3 is 270. Now from here, this isn't too hard to solve. To get the x by itself, we got to get rid of this positive 176. Its opposite would be negative 176 or minus 176. So I'm sorry guys, I know I'm running out of space. It's going to be x is going to be greater than or equal to, and let's see, 270 minus 176 is going to get us 94. So if I'm labeling this here, and I know I'm totally messy, this right here would be 94. We'll make this right here, I'll skip a space, 93. And this over here can be 95. So I know because of this line right here, it's going to be a circle right there. Now, x can be greater than 94. So if I'm thinking about what values are greater than 94, well, let me see, 95 would be, and I bet 96 would be right there. That would be. So all going this direction would be where I would shade. Right, keep it on. Now we get scores of 50, 65, and 75 on 3 English papers. Write and solve an inequality to find the score you can get on your next English paper to have an average of at least 70. So let me see here. We got a 50 on an English paper, a 65 on an English paper, a 75 on an English paper, but we need to try to figure out this English paper. We don't know what we have. Now notice, if we're going to find an average, you add everything up and divide by how many data points we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 data points, so we're going to divide by 4. Now notice this score can be greater than or equal to 70 in order for us to still have 70 in the class. So remember, first step with this, combine your like terms. So I'm going to put all of this right here into a calculator. I'm going to put 50 plus 65 plus 75. And let's see, that gets me 190. So I got 190 plus x is greater than or equal to 70. Oh, and I forgot to put the divided by 4. Don't forget that. That's super important. Our next step, we want to get rid of this fraction. This is like saying divided by 4, so its opposite is to multiply by 4. And remember, if we do it to one side of the inequality, we got to do it to the other side because we want to make sure that we are keeping it balanced. So let's see, guys. These are going to cancel out, leaving me with 190 plus x. Here is my inequality symbol, and 70 times 4 is 280. Wait, y'all telling me that... Now what do I do next? Okay, I subtract 190 from both sides. Okay, cool. So let me see. 280 minus 190. That's going to get me 90. So 90. Here is my symbol. Here's x. So you would have to make at least a 90 in order for you to pass this class with a 70. So we are going to go ahead and graph this. Notice I'm using a dot because of that equal sign, so 90. Let me see, here's 91, here's 89. So let me see, if x is greater, that means we have to shade towards numbers that are bigger than 90. So this would be our shading so that the numbers would be bigger than 90. Alrighty, so let's check this next one. You get scores of 52, 78, 92, and 75 on 4 math tests. Write and solve an inequality to find the scores you can get on your next math test to have an average of at least 80. So what you're going to do, remember average means add all the numbers up and divide by the data points you have. So here are our math test scores. 52 plus 78 plus 92 plus 75. And wait, we want to figure out what we're going to make on the next test. So I'm going to add in that test and put it in as a variable. Now notice we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tests. So we're going to divide that all by 5. That's an average. Now this can be greater than or equal to 80. So our first step on this one, yet again, let's take all of these like terms and we're going to combine them together in our calculator to figure out what we get. So in this case, 52 plus 78 plus 92 plus 75, that's going to get us 297. 297. I'm going to put the plus x all over 5. It's greater than or equal to 80. Alright, our next step is we are going to multiply by, in this case, 5 on both sides, since it's the opposite of dividing, and we want to get rid of that fraction. When we do that, these cancel, leaving us with 297 plus x. Here's our symbol, and then 80 times 5 is 400. Alright, lastly, to get the variable by itself, let's just subtract this 297 from both sides. When we do that, we're left with, and I'm sorry I'm having to put this on the bottom, guys, x is greater than or equal to, and let's put 400 minus, you're right, minus 297. Uh-oh, look at this. 103. Alright, we're going to graph this with a dot, 103. And so, if x needs to be greater than, in this case, we're going to shade this way. Now, thinking about this logically, guys, really and truly, you can't